numerically, right? First and foremost, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakakdash. I want to give a double honors to all the elders who paved the way, right? From Elder Bivens on down to the Apostles of Great Millstone. We've been known to be the men of the Lord, teaching 100% truth, doctrine of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai.
Right. Okay? Just so you know, edification's sake, Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is the word he calls Jesus Christ. Right? And today, I started it off with dealing with, we have spirits around us from the left-hand side of the Lord and the right-hand side of the Lord. And whenever a spirit, even if it's on the left-hand side, it will leave you empty. You will have enough time to, get back to the Lord. But if you don't, it's going to come with 7 more seducing spirits, which our nation really has. And you can see it. You can see it all around. All right, go ahead.
This is the precept I was going to pull. This is 1 Kings chapter 22 of verse 19. It says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. Right? So on the left hand side, right, you got the evil, right, the evildoers of Yahweh, and then on the right hand side you got the righteous, right? So those are the spirits, right? I'm gonna read on verse 20. It says, and Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. Right? So guess what? They was having a council among themselves, right? With the spirits about who was going to be that lying spirit in Ahab's mouth, right? It said, and there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him.
Right.
And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. So just know it too, that all this is of Yahweh Shai, right? He's the one who gets him to go out, right? He asked them. They don't just go and do by themselves, right? They got to get the Most High approval to go out and do these things, man, right? And that's what that council was all about, right? To come out and see what was going to happen. And guess what? A spirit on the left-hand side said, I'll go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets. And that's what it was, right? And the Most High said, go ahead, and you shall prevail. Right. This is verse 23. It says, now therefore, behold, Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and Yahweh hath spoken evil concerning thee. So that just lets you know that Yahweh did it, man. Yahweh's the one who calls the shots, man, ultimately, man. Nothing can do anything without Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Christian doctrine says, like, go sing, rebel against the Lord,
Like fighting in the heavens and stuff like that, man. It's order. It's order in the
same. Who's up in Duke and Michael Archangel,
Right.
Right.
They out there pushing each other and stuff,
But at the end of the day, the devil trouble for the Lord, or trouble for the throne, how?
Right.
They trouble because he's in fear.
Right.
And will the fear have control of your creation?
That's another thing. If you could be in this walk today, and the Most High can take you out tomorrow. It ain't really your decision. It's all about you being favored of the Lord. Because you can have it in your mind that you're going to endure to the end. But none of us really know.
Yeah, right.
Because the Lord has his favorites. And that's the thing. If you're favored by the Lord, you're favored by Satan. Because Satan's gonna entice you more. Satan's gonna be more on your body, on your spirit, more than anybody else because he already got everybody else.
Yeah, that's why he got Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? You went up there, the devil's trying to tempt Yahweh Shai, man, for what it said, for a season, left for a season. Right? Which means, hey, seasons come and seasons go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
And he did the same thing with Job.
That's a fact.
The same thing with Job.
Yo, listen, I was just telling the brother on the way to walk down here, right? I was just telling him, man, hey, he was telling us he was dealing, he was dealing with some spirit in his mind. And I was like, man, you gotta think about it like this, man. doing what they doing their job. Those spirits is doing their damn job. They not. When you think about it like that, it's just you just look at this whole life and the scriptures a whole different way.
Hey, yo, man, you know what's crazy about all of this? Satan is more loyal to the Lord than a lot of brothers that's in the truth. Right.
Yo, we was just saying that on the
just
way
said-
up here.
we
yo.
just
We
said
was
that.
just saying that. But see, Christians can't understand that.
Can't
Christians
understand
think that you're bugging out when you say that Satan is probably the most loyalist. You know what I'm saying?
Satan-
One of the most loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah, God is good all the time. They
Right.
don't understand. They can't understand.
This Job 1 and 6. Now, it says, now there was a day when the sons of God, these are the sons of God,
Sons of God.
came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came amongst them.
Yeah, Satan
So
came
he was
amongst them.
amongst the sons of
The
God.
Lord, yeah.
Showing that what? He got the same opportunity, he got the same benefits as the sons of God. Because at the end of the day, Satan ain't nothing but an angel.
Yeah.
But his job is to penetrate you into wickedness. The sons of God, their job is to pour that Holy Spirit on you and to lead you into righteousness. This is why this thing is very deep, man.
This is deep.
That's why in Ephesians chapter 6, it talks about the principalities.
Translations,
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
that
I gotta
talking
get it.
about?
Yeah.
Wrestle against flesh and blood.
That's Salaki, real quick. Just to touch. We was literally talking about. I did a video on this. I think earlier this week. But the thing is, people act like they can't believe that there's spirits out there. That there's spirits that jump on people. Right? Like the lady who was talking about she had to feed her demons. Hey, it's really happening. The scripture. If you don't believe it, then how was Shai casting out devils out of people? And it was many people that they was bringing to him, and he was casting out many devils out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Sicknesses being healed are demons.
Right.
Like all sicknesses, diseases, headaches.
If you could actually see through the spiritual, and we be bugged out because there's spirits right on us right now.
Yeah.
Hey, making your nose
Yeah,
run,
you be bugged out.
got your eye watering.
Yeah,
all these
spirit
different
work,
things.
yo,
man.
that's-
You was bugged out,
Yeah,
bro.
because those spirits, because Satan can put, like,
A lion
like you
spirit.
said,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Slack it. He
Lion
said, who's
spirit.
going to be a lion
A
spirit?
lion
So
spirit.
when you lie,
Yeah.
that means the spirit is on
On
you,
you.
Lion
making you
spirit.
lie.
Yeah.
and when you sick, it's like
Right.
you said, it's a
That's how
sickness
deep this
spirit.
is.
That's
man.
why Peter lied and said he loved the Lord. He wouldn't deny him. But what happened? He denied him. The spirit, Judas. He betrayed the Lord. That was the spirit.
He really thought he could, but the spirit jumped on him
Yo,
to do that.
then another spirit took Parad, because when John told him, yo man, that's your brother's wife. And guess what? That girl, the spirit got on the girl to tempt him. And guess what? He had to bring his head to that girl because he said, I'll give you anything you want. That's the spirit on the left-hand side.
No, hey, look, man. No man is exempt from these spirits. Because we see it happen with, even, come on, look. Solomon had a glimpse of the kingdom. We always talk about this.
Yeah.
And Solomon had a spirit to go be a adulterous man against the Lord. Not physically with a woman, but he went and played with other gods, man.
Yeah.
And this man literally,
Wisest man on the planet.
you know, but what about King David?
Yeah.
King David had a spirit adulterous, but he was physical.
Yeah.
And Solomon was spiritual. They both had that adulterous spirit on them.
Well, like, it's on a deep level that, like, literally, people have control over this. Like, how to say this? You can ask the Lord, you have to ask the Lord to send demons on you.
Yeah.
No, this book of 1 Corinthians 5, 4. In the name of the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, when ye are gathered together with thy spirit, with the power of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, deliver such a one, but to Satan, for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord Yahushua. So, Lord Paul, literally, in the name of Yahushua, he said Satan that guy.
Right.
He really said Satan that guy.
Even
Salaki, what's the scripture where it says, where Yahushua told him, hey, Simon, Satan desires to have you, man. But I had to pray, right? Because some of that can only come up by praying and fasting. You know what I'm saying?
and look who Satan was on.
Right.
Satan got on Peter, man.
Right.
Come on.
Hey, Yahushua told yo, move away, Satan.
Right.
And this is a man that's a part of the elect.
Right.
Satan is actually David through the Spirit. Like these men
Right.
already got the kingdom.
Right.
And and Satan is able to jump on these people.
Right, right.
So all of us gonna get tempted, man. And that's why when you read Sirach 2, it tell you to prepare
Yeah.
yourself for temptation.
Yeah.
Because everybody gonna get that. Satan gonna get on every single one of us, man. Everybody that's in this truth, Satan has been on.
We already got saved. Like, we were out of the street.
Yeah,
We already on it.
Yeah, it's already on you.
Got a precept.
Keep fighting.
This is Sirach, 39th chapter, the 28th verse. There'll be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Left hand, man.
Read that again.
Woo! Come on, man. Sirach, the 39th chapter, the 28th verse. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
See, it's spirits that's created for vengeance. You can do something like the brother always say. You don't want to get in trouble with the Lord. You get in trouble with the Lord, guess what? He'll send a spirit after you because of the vengeance that he got towards you.
You'll commit unrighteousness, man. And that's the Lord allowing the angels to make you
And he
stumble.
said what? Sore strokes. Read that again.
It say there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
That's what they mean when they say Satan is on your back.
And they feel themselves so strokes. I mean, they just ready. Yeah, they just ready.
And that's
bro.
why a lot of people is dealing with bad shit. You know, my wife this, my house this, my work. That's why people be going through because of the demons is rifling through your house, they rifling through your temple.
Hey, yo, you know another thing? That's how you know that's the Lord is dealing with you. If Satan not on you, attacking you, how is the Lord dealing with you? Because it goes into what is that? Hebrews 12 and 9. And it tells you that if Satan not attacking you,
You ain't the son of God.
you're not being chastised. How can you even say?
Yo, you said Satan is more loyal than anybody. You know how when Elijah said, "I am jealous for the Lord," that's how the angels on the left hand side is for the Lord, man. If they not doing their duties, how you gonna get tempted, man? How you gonna slip and fall, man? This walk is like Humpty Dumpty. You fall and you get your ass back up, but you get your butt back up into the ministry, man. Right? The finisher. It says, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So the angels on the left-hand side is trying to appease to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And then if you get in knowledge on the left-hand side, the Lord is going to pour it upon you. Proverbs, the 1st chapter, the 23rd verse, it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. So the Lord is going to give you the words of Mashiach Yahushai, and he's going to pour it upon you. And that's on the right-hand side. If the spirit is poured upon you, you're not going to make excuses why you ain't going to come and teach the word, why you're not going to compel nobody. When you're dealing with shit, you're going to automatically want to repent. Or you're going to confess it to a brother to get it off of your shoulders. A spirit going to hit this brother on the right-hand side and say, yo, brother, yo, you should repent. Or the spirit going to hit this brother and he's going to bring out precepts. They both work hand in hand. The left-hand side is going to near you away from the Lord. The right-hand side is going to make you cleave and yield to the Lord.
It's lucky. Real quick, you talk about like how we saw what's actually going on around us. Like we seriously bug out. And this is one of the accounts, right? This is Second Maccabees, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse number 24. It says, now, I'm gonna start at 23. It says, nevertheless, Hilodorus executed that which was decreed. Now as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury, that Yahweh Shai of spirits and the prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of the Most High, and fainted and were sore afraid. For there appeared unto them a horse with a terrible rider upon him, and adorned with a very fair covering. And he ran fiercely and smote Herodias with his forefeet, and it seemed that he that sat upon it, the horse, had complete harness of gold. Moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength, excelled in beauty, and comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side, and scourged him continually, and gave him many sore stripes. And that's what he was going to, that sore stripes, right? It said, and Herodias fell suddenly unto the ground, and was compassed with great darkness, but they that were with him took him up and put him in it. So
Right.
they, these people could see it, but Herodias, he couldn't see it. All he did was just fell down the ground, like,
he seen
grabbed his
the
stomach.
whole shit. He
Right.
seen
They
this,
saw the horse kicking him. They saw the angels of the
Beating the
Lord
shit out of
just
him.
beating the hell out of
That's
this dude,
just
man.
like the
In
movie
the
I just
spirit,
said.
man.
Odd Thomas. He was the only one in the movie that could see spirits,
Right.
and nobody else couldn't. The man had one spirit attacking him, and he had to leave the restaurant, and 7 more seducing spirits
Lock in.
came and attacked that
It's-
man.
it's-
It's men on the earth today that see spirits. Like when you see brothers walking, they got plagued in the mind. They be doing this and shit, walking down the street. They be, people be thinking they crazy. They
And Esau
walking down-
diagnosed it.
Right in the street going crazy.
Esau say,
I
oh,
see it.
it's schizophrenia. Esau will say it's bipolar. It's all, but these are spirits that have jumped on you.
Yeah.
The brother that used to come to camp when we used to teach on Bailey and Kennedy, remember he used to be in the middle of the street,
Yeah, you
get hit by a car.
Right,
He
right.
was seeing shit, bro.
Some people don't believe. Like, if I see a person say they don't believe in spirits, you're crazy. If you don't believe in spirits, man,
You might as well say you don't believe in
like this book of Acts, 23, third verse, last verse 8.
Wait, hold on. If you don't believe in the spirit, how the hell you exist?
Right.
How you gonna exist if you don't got a spirit?
I literally just thinking that.
Well, we are spirits.
Why you think your body is working? Nah, you start getting cold. You start getting cold. That
Your
fire
soul
inside
and
you
the
is
spirit.
gone.
When you die, your spirit leave your body,
That's-
and your body turn cold.
This book of Acts 23, verse 8. For the Sadducees saying there is no resurrection, neither angels nor spirits. But the Pharisees confess the both. So you're in that spirit, like, I don't believe in spirits, man. I don't believe in charity. I don't believe in spirits. I don't believe in angels. I don't believe. You basically don't believe in law.
And through the whole Bible, it talks about spirits. It talks about,
Like that just shows how fucked up Sadducees were.
Yeah, if the Sadducees say it's no spirit, then how the hell is you talking about keeping God's laws? That means God's not real.
The scriptures just said it.
I got a precept.
How you
The
get
Bible.
saved, bro?
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
get saved? Just read the shit, get saved, and you got
This Hebrews chapter 2 verse 5, it says, "For unto the angels has he not put in subjection the world to come, whereof we speak, but one in a certain place testifies, saying, What is man that thou art mindful of him, or the Son of Man that thou visited him?" It says, he made him a little lower than the angels. Right? So I'm going to jump down to 8. It says, "Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet." So even the angels are subjected.
Right.
Like you said, whether you're on the right hand or the left
Yeah.
hand, they all in subjection
Yeah,
to
the Lord
Yahweh.
created them spirits.
Yeah.
He created Satan. He created all the angels on the left and right hand side.
Look, the
And-
only thing Satan can do to Yahweh Shai is try to bribe him.
That's it.
Because Yahweh
In the
Shai
flesh,
is the
though.
chief angel.
Yeah, but he was in the flesh. That's the
Yeah.
reason why that was able
Right.
to happen. Listen, I was just saying, with being said, we're just talking about this on the way here. Can you imagine what our Lord was going through when he on the earth and he knew he made these spirits, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
He
knew
made
this-
Esau.
He made Esau. Yo, bro.
He's the father of Esau. We're
Yeah,
going through the
bro.
spirit of regeneration.
Right.
It's like literally.
Yo, you see when the Pharisees was thinking, they were mumbling to themselves, and Christ knew what they was thinking, and he told them before they spoke it.
Yeah, he was saying he called Satan's name up. You think he said he told Peter, Satan
Satan, get behind me.
man. Satan, get from behind me. He on you.
Right.
He knew he was on
He
you.
told
man.
Satan to get behind him,
Come on,
man. You know
man.
what I'm saying? Yo, this is Hebrews, the 10th chapter, the 31st verse. It says, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God." Man. So that's like on the left-hand side. It's a fearful thing. That's why when you fall out this truth or you not in this truth, that's a fearful life.
Yeah.
That's not a life that you should be cherishing and happy. That's why niggas shouldn't be living a worldly life. It's not wrong with being in the truth. You having a little fun because you know who you are and you know what you have to do. But not knowing, that's a terrible way of living.
It's like, hey, the Lord takes away your Holy Spirit, man. It's game. It's game, bro. It's game. It's over, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Real quick.
You can't live.
It's a lot. Yeah, that's a fact. You can't. It's over for you.
We say you return to the congregation of the dead.
Wait, another thing as well, you live blasphemy against the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
deny the Holy Spirit.
Hey, Salaki, there was a brother, Chian Les. He was out in was out barbecue. Fire hit him, burned his ass on fire, right? He go to the hospital. He go to the hospital and he told his story. I remember this. So he told the story. He said he was thinking about stepping down from the camp, stepping down from being an elder. And
Beautiful.
and then demon spirit jumped on him and said, "Yeah, right, you step down. The spirit on you jumping from that goddamn tree." Yo, bro, he said this. This is a brother in the truth right now, right? So then after that, he said, "I guess I'm stepping down." And that's when he got caught on fire. He was in the hospital. He told his story. You know what I'm saying? He said he caught judgment from the Lord, man. And the spirit, you know, it was a spirit that made the man catch on fire right there.
And the Holy Spirit, we should be messing with the Holy Spirit. Right. All this other stuff, that left-hand assignment, you see where it got us, man.
Right.
Yeah,
It got us over here.
To go off, because he said, he re-quoted what I said, that the Lord controls both sides. This is Isaiah, the 45th chapter, the 7th verse. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh Shem Shai, do all these things, man. That's why you got to take everything up with the Lord. That's why in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, it say, acknowledge the Lord in all thy ways. When you going off, a lot of us do not acknowledge the Lord. But when you on the right-hand side and you trying to serve the Lord to the best of your ability, you acknowledge that, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I slipped, I fumbled. You don't never want to fumble the Bible and then you walk away from this truth. That'd be the worst fumble in history. When you drop this, you drop the customs of this, you're gonna be like my man homie when he came back. He can't even remember his Hebrew name, he can't even remember 2 precepts. You know what I'm saying? The left-hand side will make you lose your roots.
I was about to say,
Because the Holy Spirit has been drawn from you. And now, guess what? Now you don't know nothing. That's how you know that, oh, this is spiritual.
It's not
You can't have it.
Yeah, so I'll just bring up something to let you know that the Lord, he created all of them spirits, man. Right? And they please that they serve the Lord, man. This is not no battle between Satan and the Most High God, man. This whole thing is written by the Lord, man. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver you out of my hand. You see that? You think the Lord gonna come down? Yeah, ain't nobody gonna deliver you out his hand, man. You think the Lord? Hold on, Slacky. You think the Lord is gonna come off his throne to take his belt off and whoop your ass? No, he sends his spirits down to do that, man. He gonna say, oh yeah, listen, man, this mother, he's being wicked. Hey, go down there and chastise him. He gonna tell the angels on the left hand side to do that, man. Oh, this brother needs some help. To the angels on the right hand side, do some send a spirit on this brother to get his fire.
And really, the angels important.
Right, but Salaki, think how twofold that is, because he can make you spiritually alive, and he can make you spiritually dead.
That's a fact.
He can kill you, and he can make you physically die. That's why I said, fear not him, fear him who can kill, what is it, your body and your soul. Right? You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I always used to say this when we first used to teach. Yahweh Shem Shai is the #1 hitman, man. He's responsible for every death that happens on this earth.
You talk about bodies. He got
Bodies.
all the bodies.
Right.
He got all the
bodies.
All the
That's
bodies.
a fact.
If you go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the 21st verse, it say the Lord set up kings and he removed kings.
Yeah.
The Lord been removing men from out of positions ever since. Why you think every president after 8 years, you know what I'm saying? The Lord set that up for the 4 beasts that rule when you go to Babylon, the Persian Medes, the Greeks, and the Romans, and then it comes to this America. How America got founded off of the 3 little horns that separated from the 10, which was Spain, Britain, and French, and that's how America got created. But America had to go through different wars. That was the Lord put in the spirit when Christopher Columbus and them came here, and they created war. When that first president Washington made 20 wars with the natives. Then you got the one war with the Spain and the natives that was actually saved with a handful, and some of the niggas, they was telling, yo, if you join the war, you gonna be free. Those was all spirits, man. Because what did he say in Ezariah, the 1st chapter, the 9th verse? We're in the hands of an unjust king. So he tried to manipulate you and tell you, I make you free if you join war. That's all a spirit. And guess what? All of those brothers that probably joined war, they probably wasn't following the customs of the Lord. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
And that's why, and that's why I always say this when we first used to teach. Yahweh Shem Shai is the #1 hitman, man. Right? And that's why I always say this when we first used to teach.
Oh, they definitely wasn't at that time.
Yeah, that's all
They
history.
had that veil over their eyes
Yeah.
because it wasn't until the 60s
Yeah,
Right.
until the 60s.
where
Yeah, 'cause
they didn't know the way then. They just
Right.
going with
It was
the
Because
going
the
with the
Spain
flow.
War ended like about 1958, I believe. That's right before Abin Bivens, before the Lord built that spirit in Abin Bivens.
It's saying in Isaiah 13, no is a multitude of mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together, the hollow host, muster up the host of thousands.
Woo,
The
that's a
Lord
fact.
did. The Lord did. The Lord is one who calls out these wars.
That's right, huh?
That's, like a war in Ukraine and Russia. That turned up.
Yeah, that's a
The
fact.
Lord is one putting the spirit to the those so hard and great.
Right.
That's what happens. The Lord put a demon, or not demon, I would say a demon, but the spirit on people to go so hard, it's so hard.
Right. That's why we say we playing checkers while the Lord's playing chess. That's what I'm saying. The Lord is trying to check a nigga up. He's trying to see what you're doing under pressure. Then the Lord put a spirit on Esau. Look, it's more than one spirit that's on these damn devils to make bombs, man. It's more than one spirit on these damn our adversaries that's making bio warfare, man. Making airborne chemical diseases, man. For them to do the joints with the freaking airplanes. It's angels on them to create those things, man. The homosexuality, that LGB alphabet 1, 2, 3, that's a whole spiritual movement of abomination. The Lord is allowing a lustful sexual demon to be in the midst of America, man.
Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt.
Right,
man. 'Cause
man.
the spirits is here. Man, them spirits is on the earth heavy right now.
Right.
Man.
We and Rama said that, like, if the Esau's witchcraft, really at the end, Esau's spiritual powers. So it's all these biological weapons, bio weapons, all these sorcerers,
The
all
whole
these.
country is empowered by Esau. Yeah, everything we see around us off the formula of the back of the Edomites. Even everything we may have built it, but they got the blueprint. So they
got the button to turn all of it off.
The earth was given into the hands of the wicked.
That's right.
So they like you said, this is all witchcraft,
Yo,
man.
you remember when
everything we see is an illusion.
Yeah, you remember when they
facts.
did the government shutdown? Damn near anything that was of the government got shut down like you turning off a damn light. Imagine how much more. They got the nukes at a finger of a button. And they got them at different locations. It's not just at one spot. They be having them shits underground. They press a button, them shits gonna go wherever they want them to go, man. You don't want to be in their hands. You don't even want to be in this kingdom. But this is the pure judgment that the Lord put upon us, man.
No
Right.
point leaving, man. There's no point leaving Babylon, man. There's no point leaving Babylon because people say, like, well, we should flee Babylon because we want to get out of Jacob's trouble. Now, Jacob's trouble is going to have to go to 4 points first. I believe there's a creed that says that the Great Tribulation is about to go first in Matthew 4. Because the Great Tribulation is going to go first. You can't escape.
Yeah, can't escape it, man. It don't matter where
Yeah,
it's
it's
at.
corruption
Yeah,
all
that's
over
a
the
fact.
place. Where
Yeah.
you gonna go?
Yeah.
It's corruption everywhere.
Yep. Once it shit hit the fan in America, you already know the whole world.
Everything else is now
Everything else
it's gonna be a domino
Yeah,
effect.
that's a fact.
Right. That's why we gotta search and turn our ways and turn against Yahweh Shabbat Shai. That's Lamentations chapter 3, verse 8.
Right.
The whole point is really to turn to the Lord, because Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 32, he turned the back and not the face to the Lord. And when you do that, that's giving the spirits a go. Oh yeah, you know what? We about to drown him with spirits, man. This is why brothers be having a mindset. You know what? I don't want to go labor. You know what? They'll watch your video and they see it for a second and get off. That's the whole spirit. Because look, they get off your video and go right back to scrolling, watching some bullshit. But the spirit on the left-hand side do not want you to get this information, because then how can they message you as much? How can they be in a vessel that's home? Because the spirits on the left-hand side, your temple is a home for them. They don't have no power when they're not in you. That's why it's either you want the right-hand side or the left-hand side, because the left-hand side, they trying to stay. They don't even want to pay rent. They gonna try to drain you for every penny, because the left-hand side, their duty is to keep you away from the right-hand side, the ministry.
That's why they was when the legions came out of that dude. They're like, please don't send us, don't torment us before our time.
Right.
Send us
Send
into
us
the
into the
spine.
pit. Yeah.
Right. And then they went in there, man. But they know, because they already know what, it's already written. Not like they could fight against it. Right? They already know, the scriptures is already written.
Right.
They already know what's happening.
Yeah, they know what's
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just doing their part. And they doing it to their best ability.
It's so funny because the elites are trying to trying to make a quote world peace. You know that the spirit just had like this one thing. Just want to be evil, just want to flip the world, just want to be evil.
And they being faithful too.
Right.
They be a faithful.
Right.
Hey, they playing.
That's their lot. You gotta play your lot in this thing, man.
Yes, sir. That's their road, man.
This is another precept to show you, right? This is St. Mark chapter 5, verse 1. It says, they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of Gadarenes, like if I said it wrong. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with the unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. And no man could bid him, no, not with chains, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken into pieces, neither could any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains.
Let's talk about that's those spirits that we see on the earth today. When you see them dudes that be walking up the street, like we talk about, they be fighting spirits. They be rolling around and
See, Esau just gave it a
crazy
name
stuff.
to make
Yeah.
it think like it's a scientific. No, man, it's
Exactly.
all spiritual, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all spiritual at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right. And it say in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. And when he saw Yahweh, the crazy, you see how it say he was cutting himself and crying? This is why a lot of our people do the affliction that they do to themselves. A lot of our women think it's good to be stripped. That's the left hand side having you doing
suicide.
sex.
They be
You
raping.
doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Some of our people is either cutting themselves. They want to commit suicide. It's a demon on the dude that killed his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact, and that's and like, see, the way we see it, the world not gonna perceive it like that. They don't understand what they dealing with, man.
Right.
That's why I say right here, this is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of the world, against spiritual wickedness in high places."
High places.
So what you can't see, they there though. You can't see it, but you know we battling against spirits, man.
Right, even
That's why people walking around they
right.
they got demons on them, man.
Right.
This whole thing is spiritual, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Hey.
spirit attached to everything out
Even
here,
right
man.
now, we know that Yahweh Shai is here.
Yeah.
Spiritually, two
Yeah,
or three
spiritually.
gathered in my name.
Hey,
I am in the midst.
of them.
But people
That's
don't
a
believe
fact.
that.
It says,
But people will believe a tarot card. They'll believe
Yeah.
a fucking horoscope. They'll believe all this other left-handed side shit, Salakia, but they won't believe the scriptures.
Right.
They won't believe, the righteousness of the spirits.
Right.
Yahweh Shai can't be. He could maybe, depending on how we can't see it. But it'd be a lot of brothers that be in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at one time. So really, he got reporters. That's why the scriptures say the angels camp round about us.
Ain't like the Matrix.
Yeah.
And that dude, Mr. Anderson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like clones. Like, we basically because us being in Yahweh Shai, now we basically trying to be cloned unto him. And now everything looks like Yahweh Shai.
I see what you're saying.
Right. When you get into that aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you all become one. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ is the vine and the branches.
Right.
So if the whole ministry is teaching, thus saith the Lord, at that same time the Lord is abiding with us in that moment of us teaching or not teaching. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is amongst us, and his angels is overwatching the ones that's going to be heirs to salvation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The angels is only here to watch what the wicked kingdom is doing, but the angels is to watch the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect is watching you get grown up from a little child, from you coming from the world, or if you a young child and you born and raised in the truth. The angels is watching you, and guess what? Men's going to the Lord. The angels know, okay, the Lord want him to stay on this path. Guess what? I'm gonna keep his path this way, or you know what? I'm gonna put some speed bumps this way. The main battle that we always face is not World War III. It's the battle of the spirits on the left-hand side.
His eyes is 10 times brighter than the sun. That's going into the angels being everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they reporters. They
He
go.
uploaded something.
That's why when he went in Job 1 again, when it said, when he asked Satan, where is thou
comest?
Yeah.
Where comest
He said,
thou?
going to and fro
To and fro.
of the earth. No? They got to report to the Lord and let him know everything.
Yeah.
That's why he get, the eyes, the Lord's eyes is 10 times brighter than the sun.
Because he got eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
And those is the hosts on the left hand and right hand side.
There's your big brother program for real.
Yeah, that's
Wait, hold on. I said, you got 3 levels of angels. You got the heavenly angels.
Yeah.
You got the angels that's above where the firmament. You see the chariots flying. Then you got the heavenly angels, man. We can't play with the Lord. The Lord got different levels of angels, man.
Yeah, there's no security system.
Hey, Lord, hey, we the angels. We actually angels.
Right? The angels that fell.
Yeah, at a low state right now.
Where John, when John bowed down to the angel, he said, "I'm the full brother." So he literally
Come
said,
on.
"Angel,
See that? Yeah.
if he our
He
brother."
said, stand up. Didn't he tell him to get up? Didn't he tell him to get up? Don't bow down, get your ass up.
But that's the thing. They know us, and they know who is Yahushua and who's not, right?
Right.
I got one quick verse. This is Acts 19 and 15. It says, and the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? Who are ye? And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of the house naked and wounded. Right? So if you faking in this thing, hey, these evil spirits know, man.
That's a fact, huh?
If you real in this thing, these spirits know. They know who is. Who's Yahushua and who's not.
Your name, if you serving the Lord, your name is famous in the minds of the angels, man.
Yeah, you known around the gates.
Right.
He says, name 1:7, how is good. How is good, a stronghold day trouble. If he knows them, it's trust him.
Right.
And he already knows people like this.
Right.
Preached about back in 10. Take heed that you supply not like his loved ones, but say to you in heaven, there are angels who always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. The angels always watch. The angels always meant the Lord. That's what Jesus tried to defend when the little ones when they collect. Hey, the angels have reported that right there, right then.
Yo, the crazy thing, the Lord power is beyond us. Me and you can't see through the ground. We can't see somebody's skeleton by looking at them. We can't look through freaking walls.
Right.
These angels got powers that you can't even fathom, bro.
But think about it though. You know, the saying is, I would love to be like a fly on the wall to hear that conversation. It could be a fly sitting there. A spirit can get in that fly, like it got into the pigs, and could be watching the whole conversation of everything and the wicked things that you're doing, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You
That's
know.
crazy, man.
He
So you gotta
definitely
watch
do that, but the
what you
spirits,
say.
is they could just be there. Man.
Right. Yeah, they could
They
just
could
be
just
there,
come,
and they could be
yeah.
standing right here by us
No,
right
no.
now. Look,
Yo,
just
bro.
writing everything
Yo,
down.
I was just telling you, they standing right around. They
Right.
every walking up the street, they standing there watching
Right.
us walk past. They jump, they on somebody's shoulder right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just, they.
It's spirits and everything.
Yeah.
Right now,
Even-
when my back is
even
hurting,
What you
right
consume.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Things that you consume has spirits.
Right.
That's why when you go to a beverage store,
called
like a wine and spirits.
Spirits.
It's the spirits in even foods, man.
Right.
Yo,
And see, Esau can't hide this.
And
this
that's
little
why-
trickery with his words.
That's why you
know
gotta
what I'm
pray over what you eat.
saying? Right.
Luke said in verse 64, to pray with thanksgiving. Pray with thanksgiving.
Yo, I got something to let just to show the power of the Lord, right? Because what you just said about the egg. If we were just bringing this out, this is Numbers chapter 22, and I just go to 23, and I'm gonna go down. It says, "And the ass saw the angel of Yahweh Shemel Shai standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass and turned her into the way, and the angel of Yahweh Shemel Shai stood in a path of the vineyard, a wall being on the side, and a wall on the side on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of Yahweh Shemel Shai, she thrust herself into the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. when the ass saw the angel Yahweh Shema Shai, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said to Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou smote me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, because thou mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now will I kill thee. And the ass said unto Balaam, am I thy ass upon which thou hast ridden? Ever since I was thy unto this day,
Right.
was I ever woke
It's
to
like,
do
it's
so
like
unto
I've been
thee?
loyal to you this whole time. It's a reason why I'm stopping, right?
Yeah.
But I see what's going on.
I see an
You know
angel.
what I mean?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see this dude with a sword that's not gonna let me pass, bro.
Yeah, and that's why,
I'm
yo, the animal was trying to give him a sign by crushing his damn leg.
Right,
The
right.
man got so angry and he
Hit him again.
smote him again.
Yeah, hit
The
him
Lord
again.
put a spirit on that damn donkey so quick, like Shrek and Ogre, and Eddie Murphy started speaking to him, man. What did I do to you, man?
Right.
And the man started having a conversation with the damn donkey.
Right.
Imagine you chilling in the house and you pissing the Lord off. He had your dog or a little rat or a roach come up like Joe's apartment. Start talking. The Lord can do anything,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? Men's going to the Lord. So if you coming out teaching the word, or you doing a sit down,
Or
you in the ministry, that's all the Lord putting the right hand side spirit on you. man.
Well, even with if you ordained and you think you about to do a U-turn, you got another thing coming.
Right.
The Lord will treat you how He did Jonah, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Your ass
You get your ass swallowed
swallowed up by
up
a fish or something.
Right.
or thrown in prison, and then you'll come out better then.
You would never know what it
You'll
was.
come
that's
right
it.
back to the word.
Everything is in
Yeah.
subjection
Yeah.
to Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Everything. That's
Yeah.
a
And that's
fact,
what you
bro.
gotta understand at the end of
And
the day.
don't, you can be faithful in this thing. The Lord, look, man.
I was just about to
I was about to say, Job. Okay, we see how Job got tested by Satan. Who was another one? That was a good example I had in my mind. It's just left me. Lord's willing to come back to
He
it.
said everyone.
Yeah, I mean, even Daniel. That's what I was going to talk
Daniel.
about.
Yeah.
Look how faithful Daniel was to the Lord, man.
Right.
And studious. And the Lord
Look
put
at
the
Abraham,
spirit
too.
on the
Isaac.
king of
Right.
Babylon.
Look at Abraham.
Yeah.
Look how faithful he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you gonna go through it.
Look at
You
Noah.
just gotta have a.
Right.
You just
Didn't
gotta,
even rain.
that's why it's very important when you first come into this thing that you seek the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And that's why you gotta know every man, righteous man, what it say, a righteous man falls short 7 times.
Right.
You gotta be able to know, yo, I'm serving Yahweh Shem Shai. If you can't register that, if you're not really built up, you're gonna
crumble in this.
just don't fade, man. Like a leaf, like you said, crumble like a leaf and just fade away.
Like how snowflakes
You know?
fall, right? They fall, you kind of see them, and then you might go away and do something. You look back, and now the whole thing is covered white.
Right.
All of a sudden, you're out of there, man.
And there be some brothers that's some powerful brothers, man, that come in this team. That know all the precepts, man. You
That's
know
why
they know.
the Lord don't want the mightiest. The Lord want the humblest. He want the meek. You know
What
what
more
I'm saying?
greater to bring somebody from the dust of the dust and bring them up? Right? Some of the wickedest nigga that's out here, and they bring him up and make him a
Right out
powerful
of the
man
dust,
of God.
man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why the
Right.
Lord even say, yo, for the ones that got the least understanding is better than them that got all the wisdom, bro. The ones that be focusing, bro. But yeah, man, just the same way how we was talking about the water flowing is the same way how the spirits is flowing. The angels work more than me and you. You know how we say let's have a balance? Them angels don't get no damn balance. They still always working for the Lord day in and day out, man. Because
But they
they're
do it
trying
with
to
joy.
they do it with
joy.
happiness and joy.
Yeah, they in a
man.
different state, man.
Right.
We in the lower state.
Right.
We in the flesh, man. The flesh is weak. That's why Paul was talking about it, man.
The spirit is
Sometimes
willing.
when he said he's scared when he got into that.
Right,
He was
right.
saying, man, the flesh make me go do. Even Paul was admitting it.
Right.
He was saying, man, the flesh make me do other
Spirit is
things.
willing, but the flesh is
But
weak,
my,
man.
my flesh don't, my spirit don't want to do it.
Right,
But my flesh sometimes it,
Now what I wish I do is not. Whatever. Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at Hananiah, man. That was the spirit of left hand side. He tried to mock Jeremiah because the spirit of the Lord going with Jeremiah. He was mocking Jeremiah and saying, yo, the Lord this, and I'm going to break your shackles. Man, the spirit went back on Jeremiah and prophesied in front of all the people and said, guess what? You're going to die the 7th month of this year. And Hananiah, he died 7 months later.
even if you want to go all the way back to Aaron and Moses, look how Aaron, he's the flesh got to him, man.
This man said, "Get all your gold and let's make a golden calf."
Yeah.
Oh, then his
They
sons,
was on his damn nerves,
yo, his sons, they burned the
Yeah.
wrong incense and they got killed. Huh?
Hey,
Couldn't say shit.
they didn't make it to the promised land.
Like Moses went off,
Yeah,
like,
you know?
like Moses when he broke the rock, he didn't glorify the Lord. They killed him. Because of that.
That's crazy because the Lord used these men to be leaders.
Right.
And then they didn't even get to the promised land.
Yo, the Lord can use you for a time.
Right.
That's why I say that it's scarcely going to be. It's scarcely going to be. You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
what he's saying. Yeah.
Use you for a period of time, man.
Right. I got to read something.
That's the point I'm trying to get to.
Like that's interesting.
Yeah.
Moses was denied for going to the promised land, but he still served the Lord though.
Yeah.
And then and it's going.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
a good point. He
Yeah.
kept going.
At the end of the day, it's going to show your work, who you are, and it's going to manifest. It's going to come out.
Like you said, Moses didn't get the promised land, but he kept serving Yahweh
Yeah, right,
unto
right.
death.
Right.
He didn't stop.
Right.
And he was revealed that he wasn't going to get there with them.
Right.
And he still continued.
He got a glimpse of it. Remember?
Yeah.
He showed him. He went and took him to the top and
Now, that's
showed him.
bad.
Look, this is what they
He's
gonna
a
get. right
badass for that, man. Now that's faithful right there.
Right,
Yo,
right.
that's
Even though he
awesome.
lost kind of faith in a way. Moses. Yeah. But he still held on,
You
man.
got murmuring ass Israel, man.
Right.
They helped tear your spirit down too. You know
Yup.
what I'm saying?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 12. It says, "Now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, and stubble, it says, every man's work shall be made manifest. For that day for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire." Now what's that saying, man? Yeah, hold on, what's this saying? It says, I read verse 12, it says, "If any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stone,"
Purified.
it says wood, hay, and stubble. Hey, I'm hoping I'm the gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that hay, that
burnt
stubble,
up.
that shit gonna get burnt up.
Right.
You feel it? It's gonna be done.
Quickly.
And then that's how you say, because you got certain brothers, they ain't been in this thing enduring for a minute, man. But at the end of the day, they just don't be that. They don't come pure on the other side. They just wither away, man.
Right.
It's all about the foundation that you came under, man.
Right.
The
That's
fire purifies the gold and
Yeah,
silver.
yeah. But
The
all the other
stubble,
shit wither away.
yeah, that shit gone.
All
Right,
the
that's
other
why you
That's
gotta
the fuel.
choose. You gotta choose what foundation you build it on,
Yeah.
because it goes back to the three little piggies. We gonna say the three little lammies. One build it with hay, one build it with stick, and one build it with brick. And the
Yeah.
solid foundation is your Yahweh Shem Yahweh
Yeah,
Shai.
that's right.
If you had the wither away and be like, you know what, I want to have an apartment with hay. I'm
Right.
tired of brick. Then you go into that hay. Guess what? You consumed yourself,
Right, yeah.
and the Lord put you. He gave you that strong delusion.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. If you worried about this world and the cares of this world, like the houses, the money, the fame, the work, all that shit, hey, you going off, man. You're going off for this thing, man. Because that's not what it's about at the end thing.
Right.
It's about preaching His word, right, and being on that righteous man on that right hand side, man. Of the
Right,
Lord.
that's a
Yeah.
fact.
It says, every man's work shall be made manifest,
Right.
for the day shall declare it.
So
That
like,
day- Woo!
is he gonna ask you, hey, so in your job at work, let's talk about that. He's not talking about that.
Right,
He
right,
don't give
right.
a damn about that.
Right.
The Lord give you what He's gonna give you.
That's right.
And He'll take it away from you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man.
It says, because it shall be revealed by fire. See, that
Right.
day is going to declare it. It's going to be revealed by fire, man.
it was
So
stubble,
when you go,
if it was gold, right.
yeah, that's a
Right,
fact.
right.
It says, and the fire shall try men's works of what sort it is, man. Come on, man. It's going to, it's going to see, man, it's going to come, man. You're going to see whether you of that hay, that
Right.
stubble, that gold. It's going to show.
And that's why Yahweh said you gotta build up your treasures in heaven, right?
Yeah.
And that's why.
And not with out here where moth and everything else decays and it crumbles.
And that's why he
Right,
say
right.
call your election sure, man.
Make your
You
call election
gotta
sure,
you gotta choose the righteous judgment, man. You
Right.
gotta
It's all
choose the
about
righteous
judgment.
decision, man.
It says, if any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
Right, and
man.
that's where it goes into reaping what you sow. If you doing corrupted things, you're gonna reap corrupted things.
Yeah.
But if you reaping good things, you're gonna prosper good things in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the treasures of the Lord, man.
Romans 2, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
In the day when Yahweh shall judge the secrets of men by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, according to my gospel.
Right.
At that day, at that time, when your house shot, all out. Everything.
That's right.
Every last point you did. Everyone's gonna be resurrected. No one's gonna be dead. No one's gonna be dead. Everyone's gonna be resurrected from the grave. Everyone's gonna be alive at that day.
Come on.
You can't escape the Lord. You can't be
That's
the
right.
grave at this time.
So if you're ashamed of the gospel, you're gonna be like that foot. You're gonna be like that stuff.
The true gospel too.
Right, the true gospel.
Don't be ashamed of the name of the Lord.
Right.
How shine.
Right.
No one will talk about
You gotta call him while he's there, man.
preaching.
That's
That's
another
it.
thing, man. Brothers gotta remember, when you sacrifice everything on this side, man, you get it back 10 times fold in the kingdom, man.
Right.
So forget about all that other shit.
Right.
Trying to make it in the rap game. Trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to work a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but they gonna fire your monkey ass, man.
Yeah.
They fire your ass quick as hell, man.
You always gonna be the first one they got on the list when they
Right.
play off season.
Right.
You know? Yeah, let's get the niggas out first.
Right.
So if you go to Isaiah 29th chapter 13th verse, wherefore Yahweh Shai said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men.
Right.
So men is giving you their perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? They'll never go get the counsel of Yahweh Shai. In order to edify and feed people, you have to go to thus saith the Lord, not thus say, hey, what do you say we should do? It's about thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
That's why we have a zeal. We have a zeal to say, God, this. Hey, how won't you say ham diddy ham ham? Or how about we look at cards, but we don't have it according to knowledge.
That's not according to knowledge. That's what I was just saying too. I was telling the brother, you know, he was saying, my brother, one of the brothers, me and him were just talking on the way here. He was saying his wife a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. The Christians, they don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in the Bible. And it shows because you can go in there and show them something, and they just don't care what the Bible says, man. I was telling my man the other day, he was calling me talking about his divorce. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, they don't believe in the Bible, bro. They go to church just to feel good.
Yeah.
They don't believe in nothing the scriptures say.
Yeah, that's that Isaiah.
They go for prosperity. Prosperity.
Yeah,
Isaiah
prosperity, it's
30 and
fulfilled.
10.
Yeah.
Isaiah 30 and 10. Our people rather hear smooth things, but they rather hear that good is bad and bad is good. You know what I'm saying? Our people want to hear that it's good to do unrighteous things instead of you trying to reprove them and criticize them. That's what this whole ministry is about, to reprove you and to criticize the unrighteousness that we do as kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us move with the flesh. Brothers was quoting it earlier, you know, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And a lot of us move by the flesh. We like being weak. But the spirit is willing, the spirit is more stronger, it's more abundant, right? It makes you keep pushing the plow.
But you believe Esau, but you won't believe Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, right.
You won't believe a man before
You
Yo,
believe God,
I was
right?
arguing with somebody about zodiacs. They like, you believe in the lunar, the moon, but you don't believe in the zodiac? Show me when the Lord told you to deal with a zodiac sign.
Right.
That's what he said in Jeremiah. Don't be what you call it? Don't what you would call it? Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Yeah.
Jeremiah
Don't
10.
be dismayed at the
Don't be
at the
dismayed at
signs,
the signs.
right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because they
Don't be
looking at
dismayed.
zodiac signs
Right.
and they gonna say this is the best way to have a relationship.
Because there's a way to do it on the left-hand side and the right-hand side.
Right.
Like Issachar, on the right-hand side, could look at the stars and have a sense of direction on how to come here to America, man.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
not, you're not looking at it like, oh, that's the lion of, no, man, we're not looking at all that shit
Right.
like that, man.
Oh my goodness.
It's a
This
left-hand,
just made it
everything is a
live.
left-hand side and a right-hand side of doing it.
Yeah.
Just like the Levites, right? The Levites, the priests of the Lord. What did they do? They went on the voodoo on the left-hand side. They cut the blood and start doing with the chicken, all that little crazy shit.
Yo,
Instead of doing on the right-hand side, the righteous.
Crystal ball thing that you
Right.
Yo, you watch the show American Gods. You see in the beginning when the dude, they went to an island that they didn't even know of, and they like, man, we gotta go, but we don't know the direction. So they put a sandbag down, and there was no wind blowing. So the dude made up a wood carving, and he said, hey, maybe this God will make the wind blow. They put it up, it didn't work. So then everybody in the congregation cut their tongue off. The wind didn't break. So then they looked at a dude, they slit his throat. The wind started blowing the sand. They said, hold on. This is how we do it. We got to sacrifice. So they took a dude and then threw him in a fire alive. And guess what? The wind started blowing. They got on the boat and they went in direction. And they said, our God is a God of sacrifice, of killing man, not animal. The God is going to only answer us if we kill man. So they went on to a killing spree, killing people. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're kind of like the foreign prophets of Baal.
Yeah,
Elijah.
Right.
The Lord, they're so bugged up and trying to cut themselves.
Yeah. They were trying to cut themselves and shit.
Trying
That's
to
a
like
fact.
fire, like,
Yeah.
cut themselves.
Hey,
That's
and what did he
just-
say?
man.
He said, fill my thing up with water, hey, soak it a
Right.
few hours, hey, let it
Yeah,
sit for
yeah,
a little bit,
right.
And then you can keep doing it dry. You know what I'm saying?
How you do it?
Okay. Try to kill each other, get that teamwork. Why do you think all of them, how much and outside, some got guts? But hey, a little fire. Second by little fire. Next thing you know, everyone killed. Everyone killed the prophet. 400 prophets. Killed them.
Got anything else?
Yeah, so with that, you have to be watching and praying because like the whole message of this whole joint is knowing that it's spirits out here, bro.
Right.
You might not see it, but you gotta believe it's there. Just like you see all these other people, you see bacteria flowing, you see all these other things that other people believe. You gotta
If you
believe in the
believe these
Lord
scriptures,
before.
If you believe these scriptures, you gotta believe what's written in it, man.
Right.
Right? And it says there's witches, right? Witches,
Witches and
suffer a
warlocks.
witch not to live,
Right.
right? It tells you to not go into divinations
Right.
and all this other. Hey, it's in the scriptures, man.
And hey, it's plain. If I could do it, you could do it. If you could do it, I damn sure could do it,
If
man.
you believe your science, that's it is.
With
That
that,
being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakadash. Hey, man, double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone. Mighty Shalom to the elect on the four corners of the earth. Until next week, Shalom.
Keep pushing this truth, man.
right.
Yo, we gotta